me and my colleagues today on a Sunday evening. I'm extremely happy to see some 240, 250 students and parents who have joined us now, and the numbers still increasing. You have started asking questions, but I will like you to first listen to a few things which I have to tell you as the takers of January LSAT exam. And then I will certainly like to answer all possible questions. My colleague, Mr. Abhay Ojha, has also joined with Joint Director Admissions at Jindal Global Law School. And he will also be addressing you and answering your questions. A few things I'd like to tell you before I start taking questions. First and foremost is congratulations to all the students who have received an offer of admission for 5-year BA LLB, BB LLB, and BCom LLB honors programs. We issued an offer letter on 10th itself in the evening. And I can see a lot of you have already joined the program. So congratulations to you and your family. But before addressing you, before talking to you about various aspects of joining the law school and law school life, I would like to talk to those students who have not secured the requisite percentile, whose score is less than 60 percentile. And I could get a first question, is this session only for those who have qualified? Answer is no. This session is for everyone, and particularly for those who took January LSAT exam. So those who have not got 60 percentile and above a score, I will tell you, there is nothing to be disheartened. There is nothing to lose hope, because you have two wonderful opportunities for you. One, tomorrow on Monday, you will be receiving an offer of admission for BA Legal Studies program, which is a unique 3-year BA degree program at Jindal Global Law School, followed by a 3-year LLB. And that makes a wonderful combination of a BA degree in legal studies in law with an LLB 3-year degree with multiple benefits. In many ways, you actually study law more because you are giving one more year. And many students I know, more than say 40, 50 of them in our campus, who decided to go for BA Legal Studies program despite qualifying for 5-year law program. So you can understand it's a 3-year-old program now, and our first batch is graduating in 23, some 162 students. And out of that, 131 have already been confirmed admission in the 3-year LLB program, which is again unique, and I will say probably India's most rigorous full-time 3-year LLB program. So first option, you have opportunity to join BA Legal Studies. The second thing, you have an option to take the June LSAT exam. I'm actually thankful to our founding Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. C. Rajkumar, who actually took this decision to offer our entrance exam twice a year in 21. Never ever in the history of LSAT-India test. And most of Indian law entrance exams, any entrance exam happened twice a year. There was only one opportunity for a student. Whether you pass the exam or fail the exam, there was no second test. The only option was to come next year. But we decided in 21, early 21 was a COVID year. And I remember very well, the decision came directly from the Vice Chancellor that we should follow the American model where they conduct LSAT exam 4 times, even 6 times a year. And the students are free to submit their February score or May score or October score or December score or even any other score during the year to the law school. We cannot conduct 4 or 6 times, but we decided to conduct 2 times, twice a year. And it has been such a successful experiment. And in many ways, I think the other exams are also following in a way. They have decided to organize the CLAT and IELTS exam in December this year for the first time. So our January test takers, those who have not qualified the cutoff of 60 percentile score, which is required for admission to the 5-year BA, BBA, BCom LLB program, they should be taking the June exam, and the June attempt can give them admission in the 5-year law program. At the same time, they can secure a seat in the Jindal Global Law School in BA Legal Studies program, which has a gateway, an automatic gateway. There is a guaranteed entry to the 3-year LLB program, which is again a very, very popular program. Our LLB 3-year program has produced some Commonwealth scholars and INLACS scholars, and this year's Felix Scholar is from the 3-year LLB class. That program attracts graduates from world's top universities, including Cambridge and King's College London, and various universities in Boston and London and Singapore and Australia, who come after their first degree in those countries to study law at Jindal Global Law School. So there is nothing to lose hope. There is nothing to be worried about it. So, and just wait for an offer of admission tomorrow for anyone who has not received an offer of admission for 5-year law program, because you may qualify for BA Legal Studies, and that's a great pathway, we believe. You have multiple benefits of it. One of them is you get an early degree vis-a-vis 5-year law graduates. They will graduate in 28, whereas you will get your first degree in 2026. And in 26, you become eligible to, say, write IS exam, say, move to another institution, even consider another law school for your 3-year LLB, like Delhi University Campus Law Center, where I studied, or like National Law School Bangalore, which has started a 3-year LLB program, or even go to Oxford or Cambridge or any foreign university to pursue a law degree or a master's degree. You also have an option to change your stream from law to management or public policy or international relation or any other discipline. So you have an exit option. There is no exit option in 5-year program. You join in 23, you graduate in 28. So even after 3 years or 4 years, if you decide to exit, or after 2 years, there is no exit. So in many ways, the 3+3 pathway, which is available to students who have secured less than 60 percentile, is a great pathway. I will strongly recommend that. We will be organizing another session, maybe dedicated to that pathway, that program itself. Now I will come to the, students and parents for whom we have organized this session, those who have received an offer of admission. Now, every student who has got 60.00 to 100 percentile, there is one candidate from Pune who has got 100 percentile also. It's a perfect topper in the exam, but there are 21 more who have got 99 percentile above. And then there are a lot of students above 90 and 80 and 70 and 60 percentile. You have received an offer of admission. Now, once an offer of admission is issued, every student becomes equal. And I'm very happy to tell you that some 300 plus students have already joined the program. They have paid the fee, they have secured admission, and they are now bona fide student in some way, subject to production of their class 12 mark sheets, and of course, joining the campus in the month of July. Our classes start on 1st of August. So a lot of students who have paid the fee, I am seeing they are asking questions, what to do next? Do I have to do anything? The answer is no. You just focus on your 12 boards, or you go ahead with your own plans. The university will get back to you in the month of July. You have to join the campus in the last week of July, and you will be given your hostel rooms. You will be starting your classes on 1st of August. So it's just about, it's an early admission process, which we have started for the first time in 21. This is 3rd year. And very, very successful. I believe a lot of students get immense relief and I will say a relaxed life in a way, from 12 boards and all those struggles from school life and from transition from school to university. Once they secure their admission, they can simply plan their, say, next few months after their board exams as well. So it's a great, I will say, a step which we took at the advice of our Vice Chancellor to organize the entrance exam twice. And congratulations to all those who have secured early admission. Now, I will come to those students who have not paid the fee yet and who might receive my email making an appeal to them, even an alert to them, that you should pay early, you should secure your seat early. So this is because the time which we gave in the offer of admission is 1 week time. But the reality is almost large number of seats which are on offer. I will say almost 60%, 70% of the seats were taken up in 24 hours. So I wanted to alert the students that if you are really keen about joining JGLS, you should not delay and you should secure your admission early, because your offer will remain valid till Friday, till the date given in your offer letter, but it's of course subject to first come, first serve rule, and a seat should remain available in a program of your choice on the date of making fee payment. So that is why I wrote an email this morning to all of you, alerting you about, making fee payment early and securing your admission early. Now I will come to the next point, which is related to it in a way, because a lot of students are asking questions about whether to choose a BA LLB program or BB LLB program or BCom LLB program. And what if I choose this or that, and what are the differences? And even parents are asking questions about opportunities, careers, and all that. And I would like to tell you that any 5-year law program is just a 5-year LLB program. We are not teaching you a BA or BBA or BCom degree in the law school. For that, you have to join a business school or commerce school or other departments. You are just doing a 5-year LLB degree. This nomenclature is created of our regulatory body, the Bar Council of India, which we follow. And this nomenclature has nothing to do with the courses which are offered and taught and the way you graduate and even career opportunities. So all 3 programs, be it BCom LLB, BB LLB, or BA LLB, they are absolutely equal and identical. It's the same set of internships, same placement, same career opportunities, same set of faculty members. That you won't believe, I will request my colleagues to send you exclusive brochure which we had made about the 3 programs. There is a 5-year law brochure. We will send you that to all the students also. Once you go through that, you will realize in 5 years of LLB program, you will end up studying 55 to 60 courses or subjects. Out of that, 57 courses are identical. Almost, and in some cases, in say BA LLB and BB LLB, 58 courses are exactly same. In BB LLB and BCom LLB, 58 courses, only 2 courses differ. That means all the law courses are same, all the electives are same, all the cross-registered electives are same. Everything is absolutely identical and same. So you can confidently choose any of the 3 programs. There is no need to be in any doubt, because you are going to study absolutely same program, same course. The 2 or 3 papers which vary are also in the first year itself, where you may be doing, say, a history and sociology in the BA LLB. You might be doing, say, accounting and audit in the BCom LLB. And you may be doing principles of management and organizational behavior kind of courses in BBLLB. the entire program, otherwise all the law courses, all electives, all cross-registered electives, they are exactly identical and same. So any of the three programs you can choose with the same confidence, with the same, and there is absolutely no difference in opportunities. That is the first point I wanted to make clear. You can go ahead with any of these programs. The second point, before I start taking question, is a lot of students were asking about scholarships. Who is eligible for scholarship? When a scholarship letters will be issued? I have paid a 1 year fee, registration fee 6.25 lakh. That is your 1 year tuition fee. What if I get a 75% scholarship? How my scholarship money will be adjusted, or it will be paid back to me? Many questions about that. So I would like to tell you about a scholarship a bit before moving forward on other questions. So first and foremost, you should understand scholarships are meant for students who otherwise may not be able to afford studying at Jindal Global Law School. We do not have, funds and grants and charity from outside, the university supporting a scholarship, except very few. It's all university funded, university supported initiative. And that is to help those students who otherwise may not be able to afford the cost of studying at Jindal Global Law School. So there is a parental income limit criteria. If the annual parental income limit, if the annual parental income is less than 30 lakh rupees, only then you are eligible to receive any scholarship at Jindal Global Law School or any other school or program at OP Jindal Global University. 100% of the scholarships are awarded on the basis of merit cum means. We do not have any merit scholarship. That means there is no scholarship which you can receive despite having any, parental income. Parental income limit criteria is mandatory and has to be followed in every case. At the same time, if you get a 90 percentile and above a score, but your parental income is higher than, 30 lakh rupees, you will receive a certificate of merit that will be a scholarship certificate. You won't be getting money, but you can always say, I was a scholarship recipient in the first year at the time of admission on the basis of my entrance exam score. So every student ranging from 90.00 to 100 percentile, they will receive a certificate of merit, which is like a scholarship certificate. But only those students will get the money whose parental income is less than 30 lakh rupees. And in that case, there are 4 major scholarships. One is 75% tuition fee, which is available to those students who fall in the range of 99.00 to 100 percentile. 50% scholarships, which are available to those who are from 97.00 to 98.99 percentile. 25% scholarship, which is again 25% of tuition fee, that is available to those who are in the range of 95.00 to 96.99 percentile. And 10% scholarships, which are below 94 percentile. Below 95 means up to 94.99 percentile. So these are the 4 slabs of scholarships. If your parental income is less than 30 lakh, I will encourage those students who are above 80 percentile, they should apply for scholarship. The only requirement is annual parental income should be less than 30 lakh rupees. Those who have below 80 percentile, I don't think a scholarship could be awarded because the number of scholarships available, they are exhausted above 80 percentile in any case. Sometimes it gets exhausted above 90 percentile. But anyone above 80 percentile, they should apply for a scholarship if annual parental income limit criteria is met. So that is my answer to a scholarship question. A scholarship money which you receive, it can be paid you back by our finance office. So you just need to send your bank account details and it will be paid back. Or it can be adjusted in your next fee payment, either when you come to join the campus or even next semester when you come on 1st of February to join the campus. So it can be either paid back to you, or it can be adjusted. So no need to worry about what will happen to the scholarship money. It will be given to you once you are found eligible for it and a letter is issued to you. The next thing I will like to tell you about before taking up question is visiting the university. So this month we have kept university open on all the days, and otherwise also from Monday to Friday university is open. I will encourage everyone to visit during 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. those or 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That is morning hour, first half. You can have lunch on campus. You can spend some time. It's a beautiful campus, and you can interact with us, with professors who are available, with the students, with our admissions team members, with anyone on campus. Even when vice chancellor is available, he loves to talk to parents and students who are visiting the university. So that's about the campus visit, which I will like to invite all of you to visit the university starting tomorrow and in the first half, and please have lunch on the campus. Now I will like to invite my colleague Abhay, and also I will like my colleagues to take note of questions. We will take it up one by one, and I will ensure all the questions which you have asked are answered within this session itself. My colleagues have posted some brochures, like you can read about BA Legal Studies program. Aditya has posted one, so you can refer to those brochures, those materials also. So Abhay, you can unmute yourself. So I can see questions. Some of them are already answered.
Yes, sir.
And some of the open questions, which I would like to take up, when you will be notified about a scholarship, how much a scholarship will be secured. So I tell you, we have given 1 week time to pay the fee. So only next week, that means the week after Friday, I mean, it's like next week. So I can tell you the exact date even when you will be informed about a scholarship. It's the week during 20th February to 24th February. You will be issued a scholarship letters, and you will be knowing how much money you have got in a scholarship after checking your, the income tax return or Form 16 or any other salary certificate or income certificate recognized by the government. So after paying the fee and securing your seat, you should go to the scholarship application page and submit your scholarship application, as well as send your parental income certificate to the concerned admission officer. So 20th to 24th of February is the date when you can expect your scholarship letters. Yeah, Abhay, you can just, share your thoughts, and let me have a look at the other questions, which will be taking up one by one. Over to you, Abhay.
Hi, thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So I'll just take a very short time of yours, and I'll take you through the admission process. So a lot of you are coming up with a lot of queries regarding, some transactional issues or bank related issues whereby you're not able to make the payment. For that, what you need to do is you need to get in touch with our team, whereby you have to tell us that what are the issues that you people are facing. So basically, a lot of people are using credit card, debit card, net banking, and all of these things. Still, you are unable to make the payment. A lot of transaction failures are there. So when I cross-checked with my finance team, the basic issue that is happening with all these transactions is that there is a bank glitch from your end. So your bank server is probably down today. That is why the payment failures are happening today. Apart from that, a very, very major question that is coming up with respect to the availability of seats, which Professor Anand has already told you that very limited seats are left in BLLB and you people are not able to make the transaction. As Sir has rightly pointed out that there is absolutely no difference between BA, BB and BCom LLB. There's just a difference of 2 courses in all the 10 semesters. So I don't think that is a very, very, pain point for anybody to worry about, because everybody should understand that if you're looking for a 5-year law program, that is the flagship program of JGLS. So essentially, if you want to study at JGLS, any program, BLLB, BBLLB or BCom LLB, in terms of placement, in terms of opportunities, or in terms of any sort of faculty, there is no difference. So technically, all the 3 programs are more or less the same. If you're interested in joining the 5-year law program, if you're unable to secure a seat in BLLB program, you can go for a BCom LLB program. All 3 programs are equally good, equally superior. There is absolutely no difference from our end. Now, another important question that me and my team have been facing from the past days is that what about the cutoff? Is it going to decrease? Are we going to accept admission below 60 percentile in any case? For now, the answer is absolutely no. Any person who's having a percentile below 60, you're going to get an offer of admission by tomorrow evening for BA Legal Studies. So BA Legal Studies program is basically a pre-law program that we are offering. It's actually known as a pathway program, whereby at an undergrad level, we'll be teaching you elementary law. And more importantly, after 3 years, you have an option or the right of rejection. So if you want to continue with JGLS for 3-year LLB, the right of rejection is with you. So if you want to continue with us, you can continue. Otherwise, we will give you a degree of BA Legal, and thereafter you can explore other options of going to any other university. Now, when I talk about the BA Law program, it's a very, very good program. Why? Because a lot of students these days are afraid to put in a commitment of 5 years going in for a law program. So ultimately, if you're looking for an undergraduate degree, which actually gives you a very, very strong foundation of law, and you want to explore 2 institutes and just committing yourself to a single institute for 3 years, I think a BA Legal Studies program is the ideal program for you. Apart from that, we have a very, very strong class of BA Legal Studies. There are approximately 160 plus students who are currently, a part of the BA Legal Studies program. And more importantly, a lot of them have already upgraded themselves to the 3-year LLB program. So it's a very, very unique program. So if your percentile is low, ultimately, if it's your choice, if you want to go for a BA Legal Studies program, then in that case, the option will be given to you from tomorrow onwards. Otherwise, if you still want to try your luck for the 5-year law program, the June examination is very much there. The applications are open, and I would recommend you to fill in your applications as quickly as possible. So I think with that, a lot of more questions are there, and I would really love to take a few of them. So coming to some question is, so decision between BB and BCom LLB, as I told you, there is absolutely no difference. As far as the scholarships are concerned, now, one thing that you all have to understand regarding scholarships is that we will issue you scholarship letters only once the session has commenced. So ultimately, right now, the scholarship range is from 80 percentile to 100 percentile. So the range is 10 to 100%. So anybody who's seeking for admission at JGLS with a scholarship should ideally pay the fees first. So ultimately, all the tuition fee that you pay, 6,25,000 right now, and submitting your ITR and all the requisite documents, this scholarship will be decided by the scholarship committee in the month of August. So any scholarship that will be awarded to you will not be awarded before you not paying the tuition fee. So ultimately, the tuition fees has to be secured to you, and only then, in the month of August, when the session commences, then we are going to talk about the scholarship criteria, because After the June examination, also a lot of eligible candidates will be filling in their ITRs, will be giving their scholarship forms, and accordingly we will be allocating a scholarship to all the eligible candidates. So right now we cannot really comment on what scholarship will be granted to you, what is the exact amount, whether it will be granted or not. One thing that you have to be rest assured about is that if your percentile is above 80 and if your parental ITR is less than 30 lakh rupees, then I think everybody who's having these two criteria satisfied will be awarded a scholarship from JGLS in the range of 10 to 100%. So I think Professor Anand will continue from here. Thank you so much, sir, for having all of us here.
So, there are some very, very
Just
interesting
one more thing,
questions.
sir, I would like to add. Sir, just one more thing I'd like to add. So we also on our website have, formulated a campus tour registration link. So even if you're coming from any city like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai, that campus tour registration link is going to help you, smoothen the process of your entry into the campus. So anybody who wants to come to the campus, visit the campus, meet Professor Anand or meet our entire team, then in that case, you need to register through that link. Otherwise, if you're not able to access that link, you're not able to find out, then in that case, our mail IDs will be given to you right now in the chat box. You can mail to any of us with your time and date of arrival, and we will ensure that you have a seamless experience visiting JGLS. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wonderful, Abhay. Even I will recommend you can get the link posted in the chat box. There, someone can click and, register now. So a few interesting questions. One question is about Haley Hossar has asked this question about whether can I go to a US university after a BA Legal Studies degree? Answer is of course yes. If you want to, move to any foreign university, you have a bachelor's degree with you. And it's like you complete 10 plus 2 plus 3, 15 years of your education. And you have got your undergrad degree. You can certainly move to any postgraduate institution, any institution in the US or any other part of the world. But if you want to become an Indian lawyer, so the question was, is it mandatory to do a 3-year LLB at Jindal? The answer is no, it's not mandatory. It's a guaranteed pathway available to you. That means the moment you join BA Legal Studies, a seat is secured for you in the LLB 3-year program. And that is why we admit a small class in our BA Legal Studies. We have only 3 sections of 60. It's only 180 students. So, and in some way, it's a preferential treatment because you have studied law, you have studied at Jindal, and you are actually trained in a way to become a great LLB students in our class. So at the same time, you are free to go to any university in the US or UK or any part of the world. I'm sure some of our students may even choose to go to other Indian universities also. But looking at the law schools in our country and also the way JGLS is positioned, and particularly in the 3LB program, I'm not surprised that 80% of the students who studied BA Legal Studies decided to continue their 3LB program here. But there are students, some 30 of them, who have decided to, explore other opportunities, including maybe going abroad, exploring foreign university admission. There is one question about ragging on campus. So I like to tell you, and these are all practical questions. Ragging is a punishable offense. It's a crime. And there is an institutional culture. The Jindal Global University culture has never been a culture having any kind of ragging, or I will say any those kinds of engagement or interaction between seniors and juniors. You'll be surprised to know it's the seniors who welcome the students to campus. So our university runs a buddy project, and your seniors become your buddies who actually help you in getting into the campus life, and they teach you, they mentor you, they guide you, about how to lead your life on campus. Apart from orientation programs done by university administration, by various departments, it's the seniors who mentor a lot of students. And actually, this culture lies in our history. We are a young university. We started in 2009, and there were only 100 students and 10 faculty members in 2009. And in a 100-acre campus, you can understand, it's like everybody was almost hungry to see other faces in 2010 when the new batch was arriving. And that became a culture of the senior students inviting the younger ones and welcoming them to campus, making them comfortable, talking to them, engaging with them in a very, very positive and supportive way. And that's something, a culture which continued year after year. So there is absolutely no ragging or any such thing. And the second question of the parent was whether my child will need parents' permission. Of course, we are a fully residential campus, and parent permission is mandatory to leave the campus for students of BA, BBA, BCom LLB program or any undergraduate program. In postgraduate programs, there are certain relaxations given to students where they can go outside the campus on their own. But in the undergraduate program, every time you step out, there is a parent, there is a gate pass system, and the parents are duly informed, and their consent, their permission has to be secured. Though our campus is such, and the curriculum and the teaching and everything, it's a rigorous, I will say, experience where you hardly get enough time to explore, outside world in a very, you won't be having that kind of liberty and flexibility. But on weekends, because the classes continue from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday is off. And a lot of students decide to go out. So they sometimes, go home, or those who are in Delhi NCR or nearby cities. But these things also I find getting stopped after first year, because students have so many things to be, accomplished in a particular semester. When some moot court competition is going on, a lot of seminars, conferences, workshops on campus. Sometimes you are in a writing project, or you are in a research project with your professors or some research center. You don't get time. After second year, students get really busy. So they don't have time to, go home on weekends and things like that. But parents' permission is, of course, required. There is another question from a student that I want to join Jindal, but I don't want to stay in hostel. There is no such possibility. We are 100% residential. So if you join the university, if you join the law school, you cannot study staying outside the campus. I know cases where some of the children of our faculty members were residing in faculty housing, were even not allowed to stay with their parents, but they have to join the hostel. So joining university housing is a mandatory requirement. And I believe this residential character is very, very important aspect of our university, our law school. And I believe students after their school, when they have spent some 17, 18 years of their life with parents and in families where they are having, lunch and dinner every night with parents and family members and all. That is the time when you join the university, you have to prefer a residential campus. There is some reason why every premier institution of higher education is residential in character. Every IIT, every AIMS and medical schools, every leading law school, National Law School, Bangalore, NLU, every law school, every premier institution of higher education is residential in character. If a college, a university is not residential, you are certainly going to miss a lot of things. And I believe the holistic development of a student is not possible in this day boarding model where you go to a college and come back home and again go to college next morning and all that. So you should don't think in this terms that I want to study at Jindal, but not in hostel. Hostel is mandatory. You have to be residing inside the campus because a lot of learning happen outside the classroom. The peer group learning, a lot of extracurricular activities, a lot of team building, and I will say joint projects, joint research. A lot of students combine and participate in moot court competitions nationally and internationally. A lot of even entrepreneurial thinking. Staying on campus is an experience of lifetime. So don't compromise on that. So that is my answer to your question. And it's not permitted in our university. So we have a little more time. Some of the students are raising hands, but I request you, it won't be possible to, give that opportunity because a lot of people are connected in this session. And it's better if we, answer it one by one. So this BCom and BB LLB, Durga Krishnamurthy has asked a question. Actually, there is no difference between the two degrees. It's one and the same thing. When you look at the curriculum, I will send you everybody a 5-year law brochure where you can compare the programs. Only 2 courses are different in BB LLB and BCom LLB. You study accounting and audit in first and second semester in BCom LLB. You study principles of management and organizational behavior in BB LLB. All other courses exactly same, no difference. So I think whichever you choose, if you are good in accounting, you like accounting, go with BCom LLB honors. Maybe if you have already done that, it makes things easier for you in the first semester in first year because one course is already done. You can focus on other courses. If you're not done accounting or you may not like, you may choose BBLLB or even BLLB. So it's all 3 one and the same program. They are all 5-year LLB program. This nomenclature is just a confusion and it has no meaning. So I think we have answered questions about admission process. There is a question about a student getting 92.85 percentile and so it's a very good question that what if I have a 93 percentile and I delay in making payment and a student with 60 percentile makes payment. So I clarified that in the very beginning. In our admission process, once a cutoff is determined by the admission committee is chaired by none other than the Vice Chancellor himself. It's a committee of, a group of professors, and the committee sits once in January, and again it will resume in the month of June. So the committee decision about percentile cutoff, once that is communicated, everybody is equal. So whoever pays the fee, secure their admission. They are given admission in particular program. But I can tell you, seats will remain available. Our committee decision is to accept up to 75% of our intake through the January exam. So the university will decide how many seats will be kept open in every program. As of now, I think all 3 program seats are available. You should go ahead and pay your fee and secure your admission. And the same situation should be available even tomorrow. But of course, in some programs which are more preferred, I don't know why, but maybe because of historic reasons, that they're older one, or people think that the whole 5-year program is mostly offered as BALLB. So that may be the reason of popularity. But the reality is all three programs are absolutely equal. So you should not worry. You can choose any of the three 5-year LLB programs. Now, there is a question, will everyone be offered admission to BA Legal? The answer is no. There will be a cutoff. And if you receive an offer, you understand that you qualify the cutoff. And certainly those who are below 60 percentile, they are being offered. But those who are above 60 percentile, up to 100 percentile, they also have option to join BA Legal Studies. They are not being given offer now because primarily they applied for 5-year law. But there are many students. Last year, I remember there were around 11 students who, despite getting an offer to join 5-year law program, decided to study BA Legal Studies. They decided to go for the 3-year BA program. And I remember one of them was given an offer after of 5-year after studying for some time in BA Legal. And she actually told that I don't want this. I'm so happy in this BA program, because BA Law or BA Legal Studies may be a new program in India here. We were the first and only law school to start that. But internationally, it's a very, very reputed program. Many top universities, including UC Berkeley, including University of Arizona, it's the most popular undergrad. They call it BA Law or BA Legal Studies. In the entire United States, few universities, the University of Pittsburgh, in UC Berkeley, in University of Wisconsin-Madison, in University of Arizona, many European universities also, even the British universities, King's College London and Queen Mary University London, and even Oxford and Cambridge, what they offer is BA Law or 3-year BA degree after undergrad, after class 12. It's nothing but what we call BA Legal Studies. Of course, we cannot call it an LLB degree in India, but you study foundational aspect of almost every area of law. You study constitutional law, you study international law, you study private law, public law, corporate law, international trade. I will recommend you to go through the BA Legal Studies brochure. And because you study almost every major area of law, if I look at the syllabus of the IS exam, after BA Legal Studies, our graduates can take IS exam with law option if you want to take IS exam, even without doing an LLB. So that is the kind of rigor and the syllabus which is taught in BA Legal Studies program. So it's not like everyone being offered. There will be a cutoff. So you should wait for tomorrow evening when the offer of admission will be sent. There is someone with a 99.09 percentile, Charuni Veta. So Charuni Veta, I can recall your name. I'm very happy that you are here attending this session. 75% tuition fee will be given in a scholarship if your parental income is less than 30 lakh. The scholarship awarded at the time of admission is applicable for all 5 years, not for 1 year. But you can make it for 1 year if you fail courses, if you are debarred on attendance ground, if you are actually held guilty in a disciplinary proceedings by the disciplinary committee by our chief proctor's office. So unless a student deliberately does something, particularly these 3 major grounds on which scholarships are revoked or scholarships are reduced, a scholarship continues for all 5 years for the entire program. So I can't say if you receive it in first year, whether you are going to continue for all 5 years. But in reality, it's given for all 5 years. You should not fail courses. You should not be debarred on attendance ground. If you're not attending classes and you are debarred from writing exams, that simply means you do not deserve a scholarship. And of course, you should not be punished in a disciplinary proceedings. So if you are a good student, so the reality is 90% of a student who receive a scholarship at the time of admission, they continue it for all 5 or 3 years. 10% of students, I'm aware, their scholarships are reduced, revoked, and cancelled. And also, I mean, the scholarships are given in second year based on academic merit in your first and second semester exams if you do not receive it at time of admission. Sahasra from Nellore has asked a very good question. What is the inclusion and exclusion in the fee being charged? So I'll be very candid with you. The Jindal fee is absolutely transparent. Whatever you pay is all the fee which university ever collects from you. University doesn't charge anything extra. So there will be no fee for sports, for library, for anything, even for examination. The laundry also is included. I mean, it's a rare university where even examination fee is not charged unless you fail a course and you are repeating or taking a resit exam. So there is no fee at all. There is no hidden cost. There is no hidden charge. There is no fee other than what you pay as part of your tuition and your boarding, lodging, laundry fee. So, of course, if you are going abroad for semester exchange programs, if you are going abroad for study abroad programs, those are decisions you make. You may have to incur extra cost, but university doesn't charge any money other than the fee you pay at the time of admission. So I think I answered your question. The amount of fee to be deposited for BA Legal Studies is comparatively smaller. Amit Sarkar has asked that question. It is a one semester fee, that is 1.75 lakh you have to deposit. You will be receiving all that information in your email. There is a student who has asked question about their LSAT result could not come because of an alleged misconduct or maybe unfair means in the exam. You should write to LSAC, you should write to the official email address. And what I am informed that a retest will be organized for you within February. If it's found that you deliberately, I mean, if your exam is cancelled due to technical grounds and not because of any unfair means used in the exam, because you should understand each minute is recorded. It's a remote proctored and artificial intelligence enabled exam, and it's a perfect technology based system. So if anybody does anything wrong in the examination, if they think it's an online and you are writing from home, and so it's 100% recorded. And the entire recording is viewed. That is why it takes so much time in announcing the result. So you will hear from the exam conducting body, because we do not conduct the exam. We have no role in the exam. We are also an outsider to it, like you. It's like you take the exam, we receive the result. Now, question paper is set by the Law School Admission Council, their office in Pennsylvania in the US. The results and everything, exam is organized by the Pearson VUE, the company based in, I mean, their Indian affiliate. And it's all done by LSAC. It's an absolutely independent exam. University has no role in this. So I think I have answered most of the questions. Still, there are some open questions. Very good question about placement in law firms and corporate sector. So I will like my colleagues to post a placement brochure. I'm very happy to inform you that we have a robust career development and placement division since 2009. When there were no batches to graduate, when there were no students available to be placed, even then the law school and the university started career development placement division. And that is called Office of Career Services. And it's actually a faculty-led office We ensure every student or at Jindal Global Law School receives 9 internships in 5-year program, 5 internships in 3-year program. It's the university's responsibility. It's our Office of Career Services responsibility to provide internships. So we almost guarantee internship to every student of us. And it's like 9 internships in 5 years. The Bar Council of India rules prescribe 5 internships in 5 years. We ensure 9 internships for every student. So there is an internship bank which is, maintained by our Office of Career Services. And our internships range from almost every leading law firm in India. There is no law firm where our students do not intern. There is no leading senior counsel in the Supreme Court and every High Court where our students do not intern. Majority of big corporations, companies, banks, ICICI Bank or State Bank or say the Tata Sons and those big corporations, our students intern in almost every big company, their legal department. So most of the general counsels also provide internship to our students. Then we have international internships. Our students, some 20 of them have interned in the Supreme Court of Hawaii under the Supreme Court judges of United States. Some of them have interned even in the Supreme Court of New York. Our students have interned in international law firms White & Case is one of our firms which has signed an MOU with us. There are 11 law firms we have signed proper MOU to facilitate internship and academic partnerships. So our students have interned internationally in London, in Singapore, in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, in New York, in Hawaii, in China, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Germany, all over. So once you join the program, depending on your situation, your city, also your decision, a lot of students organize their own internships. They have their own plans. So otherwise, every student is provided internship from the university. Placements is something which is, I will say you to read. This year, our graduating class of 23, they secured probably highest placement in the country in terms of number of students getting jobs from the top law firms. One particular law firm called Cyril Amarchand Mangal Das recruited 44 of our students from one law school. That is historic. Never ever in the history of Indian law schools, one law firm recruited 44 candidates as associate in one particular firm. And many other firms, almost every leading law firm in this country recruit our student. So in old times, I remember when our first batch graduated in 14, even in those times, we were among the top 5 law schools in terms of placement. There was a story done by a legal website called Legally India, where 2014 batch, that was our first batch, we were like the top 5 law schools in terms of placement. This year, I can say, I doubt any other law school having 100 plus students of graduating class securing jobs in top law firms. So it's wonderful. At the same time, I'll also like to tell you that a university is not a job placement agency. A university is a seat of learning. It's I will say, what a university can assure is you receive highest quality of education and exposure. And our students at Jindal, they have won almost all major scholarships. This year, the Felix Scholar was a JGLS student. Earlier, there was an INLAX Scholar. At least 5 of our students have won British Union Scholarship. Quite a few have won Commonwealth Scholarship. At Cambridge University, they have won almost every major scholarship, be it the Gates Cambridge Scholarship of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They have won Pratibha M. Singh Scholarship. It's a very, very competitive scholarship instituted by the Honorable Judge. And even they have won Cambridge Trust Scholarships, last year, there was a Fulbright scholar who went to Stanford Law School. So the students at Jindal, I believe some of them are indeed the best in the country. And they actually venture in diverse careers. Law firm jobs, company jobs are one of those career options. And of course, they take a good share of that. Recently, I came to know about two of our graduates this year in 22. I mean, they have qualified in 22 who have joined the JAG office, the Judge Advocate General Office. Now, we never actually taught them or trained them for the JAG exam. But rank 1 in 22 in the JAG exam is a boy in the men category who is a graduate of JGLS. And rank 2 in girls is a graduate of Jindal Global Law School who is going to be like a law officer. They join as a lieutenant in the Army, Navy, and Air Force and serve the Judge Advocate General Office. And same way, some of our students have become judges and magistrates. They have got rank 1 and rank 2 in Delhi Judicial Service and many other state judicial services. So diverse careers are chosen by a student. And I strongly believe once you empower a student with, I will say, the academic rigor and knowledge and training, where they are thinking in the right way and working hard to achieve their goals, anything is possible. So my colleagues have already posted a placement brochure. You can have a look. You can even Google and find the story done by few legal websites like Live Law and Bar and Bench. Our time is going to be up. We decided to have a 1-hour session, but I think there are more questions which remain pending. I just let me go through some more questions, and if I could take up some of them. So this is a very good question. If I take admission through January exam, can I use the June score for scholarship? Of course, yes. Every student can take both the exam. And as a rule, and in the best interest of students, it's only the higher score which is considered for a scholarship. So suppose you get a 60 percentile in January test and you secure admission, but you again take the exam in June and you get 99 percentile. You will become eligible for a scholarship based on your June exam score, and a letter will be issued to you. And your January score remains useful only for the purpose of admission, not for scholarship. But you should remember the eligibility for scholarship is annual parental income should not be more than 30 lakh rupees. There is a question from Aditi. Is 5-year integrated course having a better career prospect than 3-year LLB? That's absolutely not true. How good the law school is, that matters. And if we look at our law school, the career trajectory of our 5-year law graduates and 3-year LLB graduates are exactly same. And I mean, both of the classes have achieved the similar things. They have been scholars, they have been practitioners, they have been law firm associate, they have joined corporate law firm, they have been litigators, they have explored academia, they have joined teaching and research and think tanks. So how good law school is, that what matters. I did a 3-year LLB program in Campus Law Center, Delhi University. And I don't think in our time or even now, in any way, it was, disadvantages vis-a-vis any 5-year program. So Aditi, I would like to tell you, for class 12 students, my advice is, you should choose 5-year program if you are clear in your mind to become a lawyer. And I mean, you do not have any doubt or any aspiration to leave the program early, or if you are not in any double mind that I might like to do, say, management as well, or some other discipline as well, which happens. If you have absolute clarity, go for 5-year program. If you have anything Because the beauty of 3+3 is you get a degree early. You have an option after 3 years to further continue or to exit, to choose law, to go for other disciplines. So that is my suggestion. But of course, the career prospects are equal for both 3-year LLB graduates and 5-year LLB graduate if the law school is same, if the law school is of high quality. So, for example, the National Law School Bangalore, which never offered a 3-year LLB, they started this year. They have their first batch admitted. I'm sure the career prospect will be exactly same what they have for their 5-year law graduates. It's the same thing at Jindal. So, one should not worry about it. So, why such a question arises? Because of two reasons. One, there are not enough good law school for 3-year LLB. Majority of leading law school, they offer 5-year law. All the national law universities except Bangalore. And the other reason is some law firms, which in their recruitments earlier used to prefer 5-year law graduates because they're not getting enough talent from 3-year LLB classes. So that is not the case at Jindal. In our system, our 3-year LLB graduates and 5-year LLB graduates, they both are treated absolutely equal when it comes to job opportunities or placements or careers. So that's not a problem. Some of you are asking about cutoff in the June exam. Now, it's very difficult to predict now. The cutoff of January is easy because it's only one exam. And I mean the first exam, and there is only one cutoff. You do not reduce the cutoff. It's one cutoff determined by admissions committee. And a certain percentage of seats are filled as early admission process in January. But in the month of June, it all depends on number of test takers. It all depends on how many students, secure a scores above 90, above 80, above 70, above 60. I can tell you with fair, estimation that anyone getting 70 percentile above should be getting a 5-year law program seat in the June exam. Even 60 percentile above will have a chance. So similar cutoff could be expected or higher cutoff. I don't think it will be lesser than that. So anyone who is thinking about June exam, prepare well for the exam. You have ample time. Even after your 12 boards, you'll be getting maybe 2 or 3 months, 2.5 months just for preparation. So you should practice as many more questions. Just master the art of logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, and reading comprehension. You can get a very good LSAT score. So don't worry about percent. And there is no negative marking. You should answer all your questions. How much scholarship with 86 percentile? 10% of tuition fee. So that is 62,500 with 86 percentile. Anyone below 94 will be getting 10% tuition fee in a scholarship if otherwise you satisfy the requirement. So higher scholarships are available above 95 percentile. So if you're in top 5 percentile or top 1 percentile, of course, that gets the highest scholarship. And you have option to take the June exam as well. So I think we have answered all the questions. There are some questions about how is the overall development of JGLS students. I'm so happy to see these questions. I can tell you, I have seen many batches graduating. And I think I have written in my email also to you that very, very few campuses of higher education in our country are truly transformational. That means where you spend 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and when you graduate, you are a new individual. You are a completely transformed person and professional. JGLS is truly transformational experience. The students, I mean, I am a witness to at least 9, 10 batches graduating. And I have seen students who have come after class 12 as sometimes very innocent and humble students who have very little worldview, very little understanding of things around them. And after studying for 5 years or 3 years, I have seen them, our graduate. I will be candid to tell you the kind of aspirations which grow with passage of time. 100 plus of JGLS graduates today, 100 graduates have qualified New York bar exam and California bar exam and became qualified lawyers in the US. Some 50 plus of our graduates have become qualified lawyers in the UK. They are mostly based in London or around London in various cities. Some 25, 30 of them are lawyers in Canada, mostly members in the Ontario bar. The graduates of Jindal have secured jobs in those firms which were considered almost inaccessible for Indian law graduates. Firms like Latham and Watkins, firms like Baker McKenzie, firms like White and Case. Our graduates are placed in White and Case, New York office, London office, Abu Dhabi office, multiple offices. Even various other law firms in the UK. And you'll be surprised, there are students who went to do masters in Germany, in Bucerius Law School. One of them has joined as a counsel in a big German multinational and on the way to become a general counsel very soon. There are students who have become lawyers in Australia, in New Zealand, who have become lawyers in United Arab Emirates, who have become lawyers in Singapore, in Hong Kong. And of course, they have become lawyers in Supreme Court of India and Bombay High Court and Delhi High Court and almost all major high courts. So in a way, 5 years of education or 3 years of education on a great campus can transform you completely. And one thing which distinguishes Jindal students and graduates from rest of the world, at least in our country, is their international orientation and approach and their aspiration to become a global lawyer, a global legal professional, and not just a typical Indian lawyer who is, eligible and aspiring to practice only in Indian courts or Indian law firms or Indian companies. So with these words, I will like to thank everyone here who has joined this session. And we will close the session as we are ahead of times. There are a few hands raised. There are few questions which I think I might not have covered. But me and my team, the law school admissions team, you have received the phone numbers of them in your offer letter as well. Feel free to reach out to them. And also, please visit the university. I'll be very happy meeting you on campus. And I would like to organize sessions like this again. Even I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor and talk to you on a future day if possible. So thank you so much. Have a great evening ahead.